For those of you who don't know me, I'm a performing storyteller, yes, but I'm also an event manager. I manage events across the country, I play with budgets, I talk with educators, exhibitors, I have a great time. I'm a party planner. Parties, except weddings, those people be crazy. No deal. Once, this is an event management story, just so I'm setting it up here. So once I was managing an event on site, meaning that I'm there for 24 hours, I'm fixing all the problems, I'm making sure everything is flowing smoothly, my clients are happy, they're making their money, nobody's going over budget, nobody's stealing the food, and nobody's breaking their necks, or if they do, we deal with it quickly and effectively. That's what I do. I'm at this event and I get there after another event that had been 8 hours away. Sometimes they're back to back. I drive for 8 hours. I get to the new venue at 10 o'clock at night. I'm on at 6 o'clock the next morning, but before I go to bed, I want to make sure my rooms are okay. It's time to check that everything's set up. We've got big sessions, little sessions, exhibitor space, food, everything. So the staff loves me when I come at 10 o'clock because there's no banquet staff. Nobody knows what they're doing. So I get the key for my meeting rooms. This one key, they say, will open all of your meeting rooms and only yours. Now, I've been an event planner for a long time, and I know that you don't usually just get one key to open all of your meeting rooms and just yours. But I take it because it's 10 o'clock at night and I've got to be on in 8 hours and I want to get some sleep. So I go to my rooms. We have 3 meeting rooms on the 3rd floor. We have one whose name is not even fun, so I'm not even going to say it. The next one, not fun, I don't remember it also, getting old. And the next one is 306. That's kind of fun, rolls off the tongue, right, easy to remember. I've used the key, I go in, looks beautiful, good job hotel staff, high five. 307, open the door, looks good, and no flip chart paper, we'll deal with that in the morning, no need to wake anybody up for that. And then I'm not really thinking anymore because I'm very tired and I've just driven 8 hours and then another event, and I go to the next room. It's a strange door. It's against the stairwell entrance on the edge, a corner of a hotel. It looks like it's not meant to be there. It's got a 308 on it and I don't even think, and I run my key in it. It's not one of my rooms, and the door clicks to green, meaning it's open. And I throw it open. I look in and I'm like, whoops, this isn't one of my meeting rooms. Immediately obvious by the fact that there are boxes everywhere. There's change strewn all across the floor. It looks like a hoarder's house. I've seen the shows. And what strikes my attention is this beautiful hat rack. And on it is a blue peacock feathered hat. A big one, you know, like you see in the 1920s movies. And I love that hat. But more so, I love my professional reputation. And so I close the door quickly. I forget the fact that I now seem to have a master key to the hotel. Because I'm tired and I don't care. I go to bed. The next morning, the event starts. It's all wonderful. Everybody's super happy. And they have food at this event. My friends, if you have ever been to an event that had not enough food and made you sad, this was not this event. This event had breakfast, it had breaks, it had lunches, it had more breaks, it had another break just because. And then it had a supper, and it had wine, it had coffee, and it had tea. It had everything. I was very proud of the food. I didn't make it. But I told everyone I did because that's what I do. And I'm going around convincing everyone that I've made the food, that the beautiful lunch they're enjoying, make your own fajitas by the way, that I prepared it, when I see from the corner of my eye that hat with the peacock feather. And the person wearing it, I can't really see them. There's still kind of an army of people around. Everybody's raving about the food. But what I do notice is they go by and one hand, which wearing what looks like a trench coat, reaches into my fajita bar, grabs a handful of stuffing, chicken and pork mixed together. Have you ever had that as a fajita? You've not been to my events. And then walked away with the meat slightly dripping, leaving a trail. This is my food. I'm incensed. I am paid to keep their food safe. I try to follow, but I can't. because everybody is raving about this fajita bar, and I need to listen to the raving about the fajita bar. I follow the trail, though, an hour later. Have you ever followed a trail of congealed grease on hotel carpet?
Yes.
Thank you. I knew you would have. I follow the trail of congealed grease, and it leads me where you think it would, to room 308. I knock. I pound. I might have started singing about fajitas. Nobody answers. I have the key. And I'm like, no, professional. I haven't told anyone I have a master key. Professional. I go back to my event. We have more dessert. We have a great time. The next day, there's a tour. People are leaving the venue to go visit some place that is wonderful. I'll tell you, but you can't ever tell anyone. You too, YouTube. They're going to the Kingston Penitentiary. It's going to be wonderful, right? And I'm all excited because we have cinnamon buns, right? Cinnamon buns. I don't see the joy that should be coming out of it here. Cinnamon, thank you. And I have a pile of extra cinnamon buns because I have ordered way too much food. Way too much food. So I keep the cinnamon buns aside with little containers so that people can grab a cinnamon bun when they get on the bus to go to the penitentiary and eat a cinnamon bun, right? So I'm all excited. I'm telling everybody about this. And in my perhaps least professional moment, one of the exhibitors goes, cinnamon buns, won't that make the penitentiary sticky? Immediate answer. I'm sure that's not the stickiest thing the penitentiary's seen. And as I'm trying to catch my professional air again, which I do have one, I see from the corner of my eye again that peacock hat. It's very noticeable. It walks by with a person underneath it. But I'm mostly focused on the hat because it is memorable, it is beautiful. And the person goes by and grabs 3 cinnamon buns with one hand. How do you even do that? These are huge. I'm incensed. Nothing will stop me this time, and I take off to go get them. But they're fast. They turn into the stairwell. I turn after them. I'm wearing high heels, super cute shoes, impractical for event management, very impractical for chasing people down. But I chase, and I get to room 308. I didn't see them go in. I didn't hear the door closed. But I start knocking on that door. Cinnamon buns! I start screaming. In retrospect, opening the door would have been more professional. But still, I'm a professional and I think, no, I cannot use this master key. I have not yet told anyone I have a master key. And so I go back to my station. My people leave, very happy about their cinnamon buns, by the way. And then they come back. This is the last day of the event. I'm on guard. Nobody will take my food. Nobody. I have Nanaimo bars. Oh yeah. I figure I'm gonna set a trap this time. I'm gonna crazy glue some Nanaimo bars. I hadn't had a lot of sleep people here. So I go to my first aid exhibitors and I go, guys, you guys do first aid, you must have crazy glue, right? And they look at me and think, maybe you need to be recertified in first aid because no, we don't have crazy glue. I'm like, what do you do if something like pops open? Seriously. So I had no crazy glue, but I waited. And I put the Nanaimo bars on my registration desk where I was most of the time, between my little baskets, such as the little basket going around now.
You mean the hat?
The hat, Casey, thank you. Slip of the tongue. And I wait. And I wait. And the event closes. No sign of a peacock hat. The event closes and everybody files out, all complimenting on the food, might I add. And they keep going away down the stairwells and down the elevator, and I wave and I cheer. And I leave my station to shake hands. Never leave your station to shake hands, people. And I see from the corner of my eye again that peacock hat. This time, the event is over. I have done my professional duty and I scream, hey, peacock hat! Everybody turns around. The Peacock hat is faster than I, grabs the whole tray of Nanaimo bars, and throws them into one of my baskets and starts running down the hall. I am off. No more shaking hands, no more apologies, no more professionalism. I am going to get back those Nanaimo bars because I wanted one. I hadn't had one yet. I had to drive home still. And I run after them and I know where they're going. So I'm going straight to 308. I don't even stop, I don't pause, I don't hit zero, nothing that you're supposed to do in games, video games or otherwise. And I run to that door. I don't knock on 308. I grab the key, I open the door, and I fly in. There's a hat rack. And on the hat rack, there's the Peacock hat. I go around, it's a meeting room, just like 306 and 307. The same setup, with the boxes everywhere, and still the same change on the floor as far as I can tell. There's dust everywhere, and there's no sign of anybody with a basket of Nanaimo bars. So I do the only thing I can sensibly do. I steal the Peacock hat. and I leave, and I go back to my room, and I close the door, and I giggle, and I giggle, and I giggle. And it felt good and cathartic. I go back downstairs for my final meeting with the hotel staff. I fess up at that point. The staff was great. You guys did a great job on the food. You gave me a master key to the entire hotel and I totally opened a room I shouldn't have. Hey, by the way, what's in 308? Sales manager looks at me and says, 308 isn't on the books. I'm like, what do you mean 308 isn't on the books? 308 is a room I went into because I had a master key, which you shouldn't have given to me, so you can't give me shit because you did that first. And she goes, no, it's not on the books. There's nothing there. It's just an empty room. I said, well, no, there's like a hoarder living there, and you need to know your shit better. And she goes, well, I haven't been in there for a while. All I know is water damage. And I said, let's walk to 308 right now because I got the key. And she says, sure, why not? We walked to 308. Now, this has been about an hour since I stole the Peacock hat, so I'm a little bit nervous. Like, what if it's like the recluse owner of this giant chain of hotels who's about to kick out me, who manages events at the hotel giantly. But we open the door. She opens it. She doesn't let me do it anymore. She's taking the key away, just to be clear. We walk in. It's empty. There is nothing. There are no boxes. There is no change on the floor. There isn't even dust anymore. In the corner, you can see the water damage. You can see the room's awkward size, which is why nobody's ever fixed it. There isn't even a hat rack. And I asked them, what about the hat rack and the Nanaimo bars? I ask her. And she gently leads me away. It's been a good event, Marie. You worked very hard, taking credit for all of my banquet staff's hard work. Why don't you go and get your stuff and go back home now? All right, I think. Time to go home. No Nanaimo bars. Only sadness and loneliness in my heart. But a peacock hat is mine. So I head back to my room. I open the door. And on my bed where I'd left that peacock hat was my little event basket that I passed around tonight. With inside of it, 2 Nanaimo bars left just for me. And then I thought, wow, I'm totally not the only one who got a master key at this hotel.